Previously on the Nigerian wedding story.
Why is still important when our people can do even better?
You know, I am not a hairdresser, even though I can do those things, but I'm a stylist.
Every Saturday, it's like you're carrying your phone to see what this bride is going to look like, what that bride is going to look like.
Brows. I have an obsession with brows.
The industry is going beyond just retail, just, come, you buy and you go. We're going into experiences now. Toyin, I'm coming to see you. There's good news. My daughter is getting married.
You will not forget the times when your dad will be honking outside, your mom will be stressing herself to try to tie Gilly, and then she'll say,
Some people just want it very simple and quiet. And some people want it very, loud.
So when you bring content creators to the event, you have the fun of the event. You understand? Everybody's relaxed, so it's not all serious.
But then they are looking great. They are in their best behavior. Please, if they ask you for small chops, give them 1 or 2 if you can.
No photography, no wedding. Because it's all about memories.
A Nigerian wedding is not complete without someone from the bride's family or from the groom's family complaining, "Pay oúnjẹ ò tó." See, usually underrate jollof rice until you go to a Nigerian wedding and see elderly man, CEO fighting because of jollof rice.
No food, no wedding. At a Nigerian wedding, you can skip the vows, forget the rings, or even cancel the DJ. But running out of food is one mistake you should never make. That's a big scandal. Because at Nigerian weddings, abundance isn't optional, it is a must.
The wedding scenery, the wedding environment is a very different kind of market. We have over 300 ethnic groups in Nigeria, and that means we have over 3, because for every ethnicity, there's a peculiarity, there's a type of food identifiable to that region. Like I tell people, we really don't understand what we have in this country. And when you cater in Nigeria, you understand that we have everything it takes to have event planners, caterers from different parts of the world to come to Nigeria to understudy how we cater for 2,000 people in a party.
I must commend Astoria. When honor is due, honor is due. I must commend Astoria. She was a yardstick that was used for a lot of measurements. And it was a very healthy look-up, let me put it that way. It wasn't to copy or to run down. We were learning basically from her because it was a novel industry at that time. And probably she was coming from, I think that company was coming from a point of view where they've seen some of these things outside the country that can be adapted to us here and up the game, just by adding value to this chain of business, to this line of business. She did lay some foundations that some of us could build on.
I remember then that we'll go to China, we'll bring things, we'll bring plates on plates, So we started changing the face with table setting. But let me say I'm one of the first few people that started using plates on plates, 3 sets plates for events.
Well, I can remember when this came up, when this, when we started diversifying into table setting, the act of table setting. I can remember very well that I invested a lot in it. And that was the advent of when we started going to China to sort, directly from China, because that could give you a wide and range of things that you could adapt with. And I could say that, yes, 2 plate setting, charger plates on plates, all that, yes, colorful glasses then was part of the things that time, my generation of caterers, I wouldn't say per se malas, but my generation of caterers then invested a lot in.
I started from a very young age. I was grilling from 15 years old. I used to travel a lot. Anytime I travel, I'm always interested. Till now, I'm always going into restaurants. I'm always going into festivals, and they're all grill and barbecue based festivals. So you learn a lot.
Behind every feast is a team that started work while the city slept. These caterers know our food. They've mastered the balance of spices in pepper soup, perfected the fluffiness of pounded yam at scale, know exactly how much seasoning makes fried rice sing. If a guest list jumps from 500 to 800 overnight, they're already prepared.
When you get to an event, you are catering for like 500 people, and you've already seen the setting. Like this setting is like 700 people. You look round. I tell my workers, look around, are there other vendors there? As in, do you have other food vendors there? And once they tell you no, that it's looking like it's only us here. Okay, can I talk to the event coordinator? Event coordinator, what's your plan? What's your contingency? What do you have as a backup here? Because as it is, you know the number we're catering, what we have on ground exceeds that. So what is your plan? Oh, don't worry, we are coming up with this. This is what you are doing. Fine. You are at peace with that. But in situations where it's not like that, you call up for a backup. You save that date. You save that time. You come back and meet, because you cannot afford to tell your client or the guest otherwise.
When any client reaches out to me for a wedding, one of the first things I ask is, where are you from? Where is your husband or husband-to-be or bride-to-be from? And I tell them, let's welcome your husbands-to-be family in the best way they understand. Let's cook the food they eat from their village. As long as you tell me they are from Ondo, I say, where in Ondo? Just tell me their village. I say, okay, so we need to include this in the menu. And they say, is it necessary? They grew up in Lagos. I said, forget it. It shows that you've taken an extra step to welcome them. You're not just doing the regular jollof and every other thing. You want to pound yam for your Ondo in-laws. They know that this girl will pound our life.
Traditional dishes get contemporary presentations. Flavors stay authentic, while techniques modernize. Nigerian cuisine elevated.
Then, when we started, normal plate setting, just use the normal serving spoon, the ladle to put your rice. But these days we've come up with different kind of shapes, of molds, how to make the food presentable, because these days, you have a lot of visuals that you see. So, that has changed the way we now do plate setting. A lot of designs and molds come to bear now. Yes, the change has really come. We had more varieties coming into bear. We had more introduction of physics into it bit by bit. I could say around that time, fresh fish came on board like a must-have at a party. Yes.
Two of the people I saw in industry when I was growing, I think they started in the late 90s, were Laredo and Saito Small Chops. They were the first people we saw on the wedding magazines, on the wedding planner magazines, where they display. When I started, I could beat my hand on my chest that I was one of the first people who started doing barbecue with small chops. Because when I went around parties then, they used to fry the chicken, they fry the meat. And being a pit master, I said, what can I add to make mine different? And that was when we started grilling and doing small chops with the grill. At first, people were like, no, you are too expensive. What is making your own different from the next person? I said, look, we grill, we don't fry.
As much as the food is good, there's this thing they call packaging. And you needed to get it right. I think it was an event in Landmark I introduced grates. And I think it was the Sambo wedding. It was a wedding organized by 2706, I think, in Landmark. I think that was the first time. So immediately I started that wooden crate, also branded it with my name. People could easily identify with it. I still do that up to now.
When we set up our events, people just feel like, oh, this is expensive, or this is an expensive brand. Of course, the bars that he builds for us are very expensive as well. But then it still cuts across the right crowd that we want, if you get what I'm saying. There was a time that I had a bar that looked like a G-Wagon. There was a time I had a bar that looked like a Rolls Royce. There's a bar, we had the bar that looked like a boat. You get me? So it's just innovations and thinking of different things. So people will also want to play around people that have things to offer.
Before I was ever born, there has been palm wine. Our forefathers has been drinking palm wine. Then I see it in venues that they bring palm wine. When they bring palm wine, it's inside the gorge, and they're like trying to. One day, I just sat down, and I said to myself, this thing can be rebranded now. How far? We can put bar now, dress it up, maybe locally, and just make it look as if you're in the village. So, Bonnick started the bar itself, not palm wine. Palm wine is always being served at parties, but when it comes to the bar, I remember that it was Bonnick that first started doing that.
Then we go global. Pasta, grilled fish, roasted chicken, salads, Chinese fried rice, spring rolls, Indian samosas, and sometimes sushi. Because Nigerian weddings don't believe in limits.
Weddings had always been big, but you'd have one caterer catering for 1,200 people. So it's one style of food. But now you have 3-4 wedding caterers with different kinds of food. You're going to say, we want continental here. When it comes to drinks, you're saying, you know what, I want champagne. I want to get some rosé, and some brut. I want to have different options of drinks. So I love the fact that it has blossomed and bloomed into that evolution of color and grandeur. Doesn't matter, the wedding doesn't have to be big, but the details, what you want, how you want it to look, the aesthetic is very clear. And it's one of the things I enjoy. With my team, we think to ourselves, what's our aesthetic when we're doing this event? We want to align with the aesthetic, and it's been a great journey over the years to see.
I call myself the chief waiter because I'm also very, very involved in the business. I'm not saying involved in business by sending codes or talking to the customers. If I'm working on an event, I'm serving you champagne, I'm serving you water, I'm serving you soft drinks, I'm asking you what you want to drink.
I love tea. I'm a tea person. It could be coffee, it could be tea. I just said to myself, some people are like me. Let me bring this into parties. Then, alert. So my girls just take it around and you pick the one you like. Then if you're a coffee person, if you want espresso, there's a machine at the bar there inside the party. You can go for espresso, you can go for coffee, the other coffee, if you don't want tea to conk like espresso and so on and so like that. So today, if you don't have tea in your party, it's not full.
Some people will tell you, this for the main party, this for the after party. Now, what's the difference? In the main party, you find older people there. We already know what that menu is going to be. It's probably going to be fish, But when it comes to that after party, you already know it's small nibbles like maybe suya, things that are just easy to eat, kebabs, So we know already. And again, because you've interacted with the client, the specification of the client is also on the worksheet.
Who are we catering for? What party? So how does our food or our small chops or our grill a part of this event? Is it the oil people or the aged people? What grills are we giving them? What small chops are we giving them?
These vendors are not just caterers, they are custodians of our culinary heritage, proving with every wedding that Nigerian food deserves its place on the world stage.
What do we do in Nigeria? First of all, you have the orishirishi at the beginning, and then they now bring the main food, and then they bring the amala, and then they bring the small chops. Then, it's time for the grills. What about the pasta station? We are just incredible. And, we sit at weddings for hours on end, but that is our joy. That is who we are.
So I was at this party. It's a wedding. The event planner was not in the country and nobody knew. Until one woman just stood up. I can't remember if it's from the bride or groom's family. She just shouted, with all the money we paid, how can you serve the groom's family and you can't serve us? She did that even before the wedding started. People were just settling down. So the MC wanted to act like someone that is responsible. So he rushed there, say, madam, please take it easy. Well, I'm just about to start the event. The woman looked at the MC and said, she just called, people that love trouble, they usually have accomplice. She just called 2 or 3 women. This one just stand up. Artist son, no. We said we want to bring our own caterer. They did not allow us. I kid you not, chaos happened immediately. For like an hour, everything was upside down simply because of jollof rice. And from the beginning of that event to the end, that woman offered because they're like, one resolution, but for real, a Nigerian wedding is not complete without jollof rice and fried fish. We need to pomo. Oh yeah.
A Nigerian wedding is not complete without food. Oh. I'm telling you, 100% food. We are here for the food. Food is life. So without food, the Nigerian wedding is not complete.
What makes a perfectly executed wedding is the fact that, one, the food which is enough for everybody. I keep mentioning food because at a wedding, what are the most important things? The entertainment, the food, the music. Music is entertainment. So I'm a decor person, so I would add decor. It's not like, if you're not a decor person, you can actually go without. But for me, if the food goes to everybody is supposed to go to, then that's a very good event. And you feed people that they will say, please, we're tired. We're okay. We don't want to eat again. Not the one that they'll be hungry. So that's it for me.
The Nigerian jollof rice?
Let's be honest. The food is a valid reason to attend a Nigerian wedding.
We like party. Imagine a wedding and you still create an after party. You know, the night before there's a pre-wedding party. You understand? Sometimes you see the kids go and do their own after party. The parents that are young at heart too go and do their own after party. Or they remain in the main hall. Another set of caterers, another set of drink people are set up for these ones. You know that? So in one wedding, you can actually have over 60, 70 vendors. Caterer for the after party, caterer for the main event. Drinks person for this main event, drinks person for the after party. So for everything you had in the main event, at least half of it will represent at the after party.
When you go to other parties, you understand that small chops, jollof rice, you eat that, you pause, you stroll outside, you come back, you eat amala. You still the lose. That is the idea of a Nigerian party. And you can see that anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. The maximum you see is the same type of food coming back to you. Do you understand? But the different types of food that you see in a Nigerian party should be studied.
Some come for the couple, some for the dancing, some because they bought ashwebi, but everyone comes for the food. In Nigeria, food is a love language. Hospitality is sacred, and at weddings, we speak both languages fluently, one unforgettable plate at a time. Next on the Nigerian wedding story.
Lights shut down. No sound, no air conditioning, and the place was toughy.
It could be a hanging violinist, it could be, so I was always thinking out of the ordinary. Client is immersed in the event, everything is just flowing.
The music is loud, then you just say, come on, buddy, and everything comes down.
We showed up and delivered excellence.
It's not just for the music, it is the reality.